Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's that time once again where we kick off yet another season of the Hartlepool United career mode. We are getting down to the nitty gritty now. After last season's bottling of the Prem, I'm a little bit upset with that, but we still got top four, which we ended, in my opinion, we ended quite well with a win over Newcastle, who were the previous Premier League champions before Spurs, who won it last year. We got quite far in the FA Cup, which I'll take, round of 16 or quarterfinals, somewhere around the area, I think. Carabao Cup was a dead loss. But overall, we did what we needed to do, and we come into the next season with a lot of positivity as well as a lot of hope and ambition. So, welcome back to season 9 of the Hartlepool United career mode. So, first and foremost, taking a look then in our preseason group, this is who we've got. I'm going to be doing playable highlights for this again. I know for season 8, I actually played the full matches, but I just don't want to be quite fair, frank with you. It's not going to change our season too much. We're just going to play the playable highlights for that, as well as the Premier League, of course. This is how it is looking. I can't remember who came up last year. Aston Villa came up, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Fulham did as well, but I can't remember who was in the playoffs. I think it was Southampton. It might have been Southampton. No, Southampton were already up. Who came up as well? Who came up? Oh my god, my brain. Memory is awful. It might be Burnley. It might have been Brentford. It might have been Bournemouth. I don't know. But we are back anyway to do it all over again. And of course, a little bonus this year, ladies and gentlemen. We will be in the Champions League. Of course, we don't know our group yet. We've got to do the qualifying rounds. Thankfully, we are not within these. We will have a straight up group when it comes around. But this is the qualifying rounds. Anyone interested as well as the Europa League qualifying rounds, and well, sorry, the playoff rounds in the Europa League and the Europa Conference League playoff rounds as well. That's how it's looking down there. And in the World Cup, don't usually check this, but I will check this now. I've actually remembered to. The groups look like this. France and Belgium go through. Italy and Mexico go through. Croatia and Ireland go through. England are out of the World Cup. That's pain. That's actual pain. Brazil and Ghana go through. America and Portugal advance. Germany and Canada make it through as well. Denmark and Spain. And then we finish off with Norway and Argentina making it through the group stages. But also, we're not about that. We don't really care about the World Cup. We care about Hartlepool United. So, taking a look through the squad then, I've made some decisions on some of these players. We could always come back and visit them throughout this episode. But at the moment, this is how it is looking. There's no just because also as well, just to clarify, just because they're on the transfer list or the loan list doesn't mean I'm definitely going to do it. It's just to kind of gauge interest from other clubs who would come in for them kind of thing and see what we can do, see what we can make work. So Nicholas Nielsen stays. Wei Xing Chi goes because he was only here for an objective. Noah Armstrong out on loan once again. George Higgins goes on loan because I don't want to get rid of him, but he's not good enough yet. I know it says 82 overall, 21 years of age, but I just don't feel like he's quality enough yet. And if it does go to a season 10, we can have him about. If it doesn't, then fair enough. At least we made a good goalkeeper elsewhere. Louis Myers, he's loan listed as well. Aidan Sutherland, no brainer, he stays. Mikael Pettersson, he's going to be loaned out. Douglas Moffat, he's going to stay. Shock as a very good player, will stick around. Billy Bull sticks around. Ike Martin sticks around. Prince Ibrahim, I've put on the transfer list, but this is what I mean. It's not a definite that he's going to be exiting. I mean, it is probable. I'll be honest, but it's not a definite. Joe Lowe, transfer listed. Felix Chavez, we're going to keep around as an option. Sabello and Kosi loaning out. Christopher Olsen, he's out on loan for the season. Ivan Hansen, he's out on loan for the season, hopefully. Iago Flores, transfer listed. There's nothing wrong with this kid, really, but I've identified someone better to come in and take that spot. So we will be putting him on the transfer list. Aitor Miranda stays in. Malik Diop, of course, stays. Zhu will be transfer listed. He was part of that objective, as will Kento Endo. I thought for a second he might be something good, but didn't have a potential tag, so we're going to move him on. Loan listed Jasper Wheeler once again. Fernando Maresca, I'm still not 100% sure on what I'm going to do with him, but most likely will stick around. Bobby Hobbs, again, I put him on the transfer list, but he's probably one that we'll have to think about throughout this. Ayanda and Nkosi, he is loan listed. Reece McGregor, once again, loan listed. Juan Carlos Serrano, of course, will stay. Thomas Bishop on the transfer list. This is probably one I will pull the trigger on because I do have a left winger identified to back up or even contest with Duncan Wilson. So we'll see how that goes as well. We've got Robert Blomqvist, who is transfer listed. We've got Victor Lindgren, who now, this is a question. Do I keep Victor Lindgren around as the backup for Wilson, or do we try and identify someone stronger? Because I do have a couple of options. I think it probably will be that I go for somebody stronger, but Lindgren has grown really and he's an exciting prospect, very close to 80 rated as well. I mean, I would rotate him in, but I don't think he's quite there yet. But we'll see on him. I'm not 100% on him yet. We'll figure that out. Jackson Barlow, transfer listed. Again, I think I've transferred Barlow and Shabalala, but we're not definitely going to pull the trigger on them yet. We're going to try and find other ways to keep them around. I do like them both, but of course, they're not going to get ahead of this man, Ethan Roberts, who will definitely be staying. Anton Johnson, transfer listed. He didn't have a potential tag, I don't think. Yeah, no, he doesn't have a potential tag. We'll just double check that. Luca Carpenter, this is a contentious one, but he is still, at the end of the day, he's an 87 rated striker with potential to grow, so he will be staying against the wishes of probably everyone. Potlako Kamalo, he's loan listed. Aidan Morgan loan listed as well. They've got decent potential, but of course probably won't realise it in this career mode. And then we've got Blanchard, Rodriguez, and Carlson. They're all sticking around. Very important parts of this team. I know Blanchard, we need him to be a bit more consistent. Rodriguez isn't back for another 3 months, which is annoying. But Jesper Carlson will stick around as well. So we've identified quite a few of the targets we want to do. There's a lot of players on here, by the way. We'll be just having a look through them. Zakaria Peters is someone I would love to bring in, but the cost is huge. This is a Kevin De Bruyne regen, for anyone who is unaware. We've got Ricardo Hurtado as well, who I think I'm going to bring in now ahead of Munoz. Purely because he's younger, 87 rated. De Gea regen, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Kovacevic, who we're going to leave at Manchester United, I think. This is the man I was thinking of backing up Miranda with. Maybe he even overtakes Miranda. It is Kyle Walker's regen. George Dickinson, 83 rated. We have Favre still there, but I don't know if we're going to need a striker. And then we've got Konstantin Gross, who I believe is either the Thomas Muller regen or the Marco Reus regen. It might be Reus, because I think the Muller regen was Schmidt. But anyway, Konstantin Gross is someone I'm maybe bringing in as well. Ruben Santana, Christoph Schumacher. I don't know who he's a regen of. Try to think. CDM / centre mid. I couldn't tell you, but he does look quite good. There's a lot of options here, is my point. Diogo Santos was someone I was looking at. He's already agreed terms with Roma. We might allow that to go through because I did find somebody else. Taha Ali, a free agent. It's a no-brainer to pick him up. That's what I mean by Barlow and Shabalala might be on the way out, because we're probably going to bring in Taha Ali. Danny Munoz was one we were thinking of bringing in, but we might let that pass now, I reckon. He is a bit cheaper than he was, but that's bank contract expired. But also, Hurtado is a free agent. So I think it's a no-brainer there. Kramer looks quite good. But again, I don't want to sign anyone too broken. The other winger I was thinking of signing instead of the Brazilian one that we just looked at, who had agreed terms with Roma already, Diogo Santos, he is around that area, was, of course, Seo Yun Young, who we were going to sign potentially for that board objective last year, the Heung-min Son regen. He's still on the radar. Whether we can pull that off, we might try and do that. But there's a few targets here now. I think these are just the rest of them that were already here that I don't think can go for or wouldn't make sense to go for. I wouldn't mind Nezovic back, but I think it's probably better he tells his story away from the club. Was never really meant to be here when we signed him, of course, as a younger left wing back. Changed his position, he was way too good for the side, so that kind of makes sense. Lucien Gillet is someone I would have loved to bring in, but honestly, he would have been the one I brought in if I couldn't get Sutherland back, but we found a way around that. But I think I've identified, there's 3 definites that we're bringing in. 3 absolute definites. Hurtado, Dickinson, and Ali will all be signed up to the squad. I would absolutely love to get in Zakaria Peters, and I think I will, in selfishness, probably go for that deal. But it's going to cost a pretty penny. But that is the De Bruyne region, and we can't turn that down. So I think that's what we're going to try and do. A lot of these are either too high up, or I would like to keep them at their current club just to kind of make it a bit more difficult for us to play against them, kind of thing, like Kovacevic. He is the Modric region, of course. He looks like a baller. But again, I want to keep him at Man United, so it's not such an easy ride when we play them each time. Some of them, I was going to do the same for Dickinson, leave him at Newcastle, but I couldn't identify any other right backs that would have worked. I went through about 20, 30 countries to see if I could find any good regens. There was nothing. There was nothing besides this man, so he will be a definite as well. So it's going to be Hurtado, Dickinson, and Ali that will definitely come in. But the thing is, what do we do with Barlow and Shabalala at that point? Because I do like them both, and I don't want to get rid of them, although they would be good cash, kind of cash bringers. So what we're going to do first is get the goalkeeper sorted, because I think that's what we need to do. That was the main area I think we needed to improve on. I do like Nicholas Nielsen, and he is good on the big occasions, but I think an upgrade is what's necessary. And with David De Gea's free agent being on, or David De Gea's regen even being on the free agents, it's a no-brainer to not sign him, I think, in my opinion. Or no-brainer to sign him, I should say. I do like Danny Munoz, but I think with Ricardo Hurtado, he's probably a much bigger upgrade. 87 rated already, just 20 years of age. Will slot straight into that first team. He wants a recommended wage of 55k. We'll put 40k on the table and see what they say. And they're happy with that. They're absolutely fine with that. I haven't changed any of the wages for the rest of the squad. We might need to upgrade some of those, and I will take a look at those off screen after this episode. But Ricardo Hurtado enters. Bear me, guys, as that deal goes through. Great first 11. He slots straight in without an issue. Very, very cheap signing in, and we're going to go in now for George Dickinson. This will take a bit of the cash out of the budget, but I think it's going to be worth. I think it has to work out. Because this season we need to have the intent to show that we're going for it all. And I'll show you in a moment why we have to have that intent. But for George Dickinson, we could send Yago Flores the other way, actually. That would be quite good. Get him off the books and have some money left over. So we'll try that and see what they say to that deal. Got a bit more cash, which I'm happy to go for, but we're going to penny pinch a bit here because I do kind of... I'm going to be honest with you, I want to get Zakaria Peters in. I'll be 100%. He looks very good. Brilliant option to have. And we'll go with that. Yago Flores at 24 million is probably a very good price. And we'll get George Dickinson over the line. Yago Flores at 24 million. It's a good deal for both parties because they get a decent right back at the deal as well. As do we, of course. An upgrade heading into Champions League football. Of course, Newcastle won't be getting Champions League football this year. I believe it was Spurs, ourselves, Arsenal, and I want to say Chelsea that are in the top 4 for Champions League this season. So that means some of the players, some lower teams that didn't make the top 4, might be interested in making a switch to Hartlepool. And we'll get George Dickinson on that long-term deal, you get me. I'm hoping he can accept him. Hoping he can offer the money because I don't really know what to offer here. We'll try and go 40, but I don't know. We want a bit of appearance bonus on that, so we'll remove the bonus. He'll probably ask for a tiny bit more. We'll get that over the line. And then comes George Dickinson. Kyle Walker region. He will back up Mr. Aitor Miranda in this campaign. Speaking of this campaign, I've yet to realise, or yet to find out, because I'm blue, I could check, but yet to check if, or who we've got for our first game of the season. Iago Flores goes the other way to Newcastle. We bring in George Dickinson for Iago Flores and 24 million. I think that's a good deal. I would say that's a good deal. B rating for that. And it does get that right back position sorted. And the last man we're going to sign just now, just before he gets snapped up by another club, because he is a free agent, we're going to bring in Taha Ali, who will probably take a good chunk out of our wage budget. And I think the rest of the squad will take notice and will want their contracts bumped up, which I will do, because we're now a Champions League squad. We'll need to adjust contracts accordingly. But then after this signing, we're going to sim a bit and see what deals we can get for some of our players, because I need change. I do like a lot of these players, but change is going to have to come in. The fact that a 21-year-old 88 rated is accepting rotation is mad, by the way. But he knows the competition in this club, and he does want a lot of money, which we will give him. We will give him because he is that damn good. The thing is, as well, I think I'm only going to sell one of Barlow and Shabalala and keep the other around as an option. But I just don't know which way I'm going to go yet. But Taha Ali comes in. It's a no-brainer. 88 rated free agent. I know I said I didn't want to break the team, but right wing is somewhere where we need to figure out, because Barlow doesn't do it for me. And Shabalala at the moment doesn't do it for me either. So if we get someone with just pure quality, Taha Ali enters the Hartlepool squad. Of course, the Mohamed Salah regen. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. And I would like to go for Zakaria Peters, but we're going to leave it for now. We ain't going to make any moves further just yet until we get some cash in. I would also like to get a left winger, and I am obviously between Diogo Santos and, who was the other one? Seo Jun Jung. So we need to think in terms of what we need, as well as me being greedy and what I want. We've got 138 million, so we wouldn't be able to do both at this current time, which means we will need to offload some talent in order to get both these deals through. So what we're going to do just now is put a bit of simulation on this and get through some of these days, see what offers we get in, and more importantly, see what we can do here. Diogo Santos has been approached by Roma. We want to get overdone with if we can. But if we can't get Diogo Santos, we've already got the backup in Seo Jun Jung to come in on that left-hand side to back up or even contest with Duncan Wilson. Diogo Santos has been approached by Roma FC. Ajaccio have received an offer of 92.1 million. That's fine. Endo's happy to go. Bishop's a bit surprised. Wei Xingxi's happy to go. Prince is happy to go, which is a pain and a shame. Of course, we still need to find a centre-back option, which we will do. And just a lot of these messages, people happy about going or getting loaned out. Kamalo loan offer from Al Fateh. That is Potlako Kamalo, who had decent potential. I believe he was 82 to 88. So it's not a bad potential range. He is a great potential / exciting prospect. It's just he's not going to be able to do it within the confines of this career mode, unfortunately. Billy Bull's got an offer in for Josh De Silva at 47 million. We're going to decline that, even though we do have to go back to Toulouse. And that's for one of their players, potentially. Felix Chavez won't be going either, but one for this one, Prince Ibrahim, might find a deal in Italy. We will obviously negotiate this one. I'm not going to just accept money. We're going to try and get the best money we can for the players that I'm going to part ways with. I don't really want to part ways with them. That's the thing. But it's what we need to do. We need to be cutthroat now if we want to get this Champions League. For whatever reason, I'm still not 100%, so if I do suddenly mute, I apologise. It's either coughing or sneezing or spluttering or something. But Prince Ibrahim might be a second departure after Iago Flores. A Potlako Kamalo loan agreement from Saudi Arabia goes through as well. And this is what I mean. This is what I'm on about. First of all, this is an interesting one because Bobby Hobbs has got a transfer offer, but look at who Valencia are wanting to swap. Valencia are wanting to swap Vicente Ojeda. And if you do remember this, if you're a long-time viewer, you'll remember that Vicente Ojeda came through our academy. He is one of our former players. Obviously, we don't need a left winger, so we will decline. But I'll be thinking about selling Hobbs. Whether we go through with an actual sale on the Aussie, I'd like to keep one of the Aussies involved. And of course, I've got Hobbs and Bishop on the transfer list. But whether that goes through, whether we go through with a deal for Bobby Hobbs is still possible, not probable. We've still got another episode of transfer window after this one anyway, so we'll obviously not just rush all the sales here. But Aitor Miranda will get declined there, 57.7 million from Dortmund. It's not even going to be close to what they have to offer. And even if they do offer the upper end of his value, he's not going anywhere. But in comes the Mohamed Salah regen. Here comes Taha Ali. Bolstering that right wing. Might even be good enough to contest with Ethan Roberts. Of course, the idea was to have Tali come in and just be the backup, and he's happy to do rotation. But if we get some good displays from this man, Ethan Roberts' position could be under threat, and we'll figure out shirt numbers once the season begins. But I think we know what we have to give this man. And I'm going to do it pretty much as soon as we get out of this cutscene. If it's available to him, I think we know what we're going to give. Prince Ibrahim as well, out to Salernitana. What a hell of a player. Definite fucking... He bailed us out so many times. Definite hero of this club, and we won't forget him. Prince Ibrahim. Of course, we'll come back to Where Are They Now, and we'll see him hopefully balling out for Salernitana. But the first thing we're going to do here, before we continue further, Taha Ali, potential to be special. He could actually overtake Roberts. It depends on what he can do. But he does look phenomenal, doesn't he? We'll put him on inverted winger, try and work on that finishing. And also, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? Because of the great man who had it before him, Mohamed Salah, Taha Ali is also going to be number 11. I think it makes only fair sense there. Prince Ibrahim at here, unfortunately. What a man he was. Salernitana have taken him on. And we've got Ike Martin offer here for 74 million from Frankfurt. Not even remotely close to what you'd have to offer. And even then, not going anywhere. I was unsure with him at the start, but he did work out in the end. We've got some interest in Favre as well from Celta Vigo. And an interest in Young from Wolfsburg. Now, we're going to have to make our move if we want to get him in. And I think I'm going to make that move. Because if I don't, he might leave to another club. Interest from Valentine Favre goes to Celta Vigo. I'm not too bothered about that. I think we're going to be okay with strikers that we've got. Bayern Munich want Nicholas Nielsen. We're going to be declining that. And Malik Diop from Real Madrid as well. That is not even going to be entertained, that offer. But we are going to go and make that move now because those were my two only real left-wing options. And I'm presuming Santos has already moved to Roma. Unless, of course, that didn't go through. It didn't go through. It's ongoing negotiations. I think we're going to go Forcio Jung before he goes to Wolfsburg. So let's try and get a deal in for him. I don't know what we're going to have to offer. We'll go 77 million just to test the waters. If this fucks up the transfer, then I apologise. They want Fernando Maresca and 45 million. I do like Maresca. I don't know. What do we do with this? Sorry, I was dying there. I'm gonna not say we send Fernando Maresca out. I will go for an even 80 and see what they say to that. And they're okay with 80. I think we might have paid a bit more than Wolfsburg there, but that just shows our intent to get this deal done. I wasn't initially going to go back in for this man, but I don't trust Bishop enough, I don't think. So we're going to go in and go for Xiao Jung in a moment. I just want to see what Wolfsburg paid. Yeah, we managed to undercut them there. We only paid 80 million, they paid 85.3. If we can get this over the line before they do, then we've stolen this man out from under their noses, which is absolutely fine by me. As Jabu welcomes into the office, sporadic. I mean, he's not going to be sporadic, but I mean, fair enough, I guess, if he thinks he is. He's going to get plenty of game time. Xiao Jung might be on his way to Hartlepool. Release clause of 164 million. We're going to decline his release clause. And then financially, he's already on a 33k. We're going to go 45, I think. They want 50 plus an appearance bonus. We'll take the appearance bonus off, but we'll get the 50 hopefully. 53, it's fine. It works out. It works out in the end. Right on time. What's up, Jordan? You're a little late. We've done some deals already, but you're not incredibly late. We haven't got to the actual gameplay yet. But this man will provide some good competition for Duncan Wilson. Seo Jun Jung. This is not him. This is not who he... Sorry, who is this? This is not who he signed. Excuse me. Sir, what are you doing in the club? Who is this man? Also, how's Rodriguez at the place when he's injured? Rodriguez, mate. Oh, yeah, fuck. Yeah, we got a new goalkeeper, didn't we? Forgot about that. Hurtado in the club, and I will explain in a moment why I didn't get Munoz. But Seo Jung in for 80 million. It's probably a slight overpay, but we needed that backup, and we needed that quality on the left wing. I do like Bishop, but we needed that next step up, and the Heung-min Son regen arrives. But to explain that imposter coming at the club, it is, of course, Hurtado. He is Ricardo Hurtado. The David De Gea regen, he's already hit his potential of 87, but 87 is a hell of a rank to have. He is in, and he's our main man at the back now, in between the sticks. 84 diving, 89 handling, 88 kicking, 93 reflexes, and 80 positioning. Positioning does let him down a little bit, but he's got a 5-star weak foot as well. I don't know what really matters to a goalkeeper, but he does look phenomenal. And we were going to initially sign Munoz, but then David De Gea retired last season. It's the way it goes. A bit frustrated you did patiently wait till I arrived to start, but we move. Hope you feel better, mate. Well, I mean, I couldn't wait extra time because I need to go out later. So, unfortunately, I apologise for that. But we have done some of the deals. I've not done all of them yet. But a bit frustrated. Hope you feel better. I'm getting there. So we have got some new signings in. Taha Ali, potential to be special. He looks very good. And if Roberts puts a foot wrong, this man will step right into that breach. If you don't know already, the Mohamed Salah regen. Absolutely beautiful player. Look at this. Look at these stats. Absolute rapid. He's got the finishing, or he's going to get the finishing eventually. He's got the passing. He's got the dribbling. He does look amazing. And with potential to be special, he might even overtake Roberts towards the end of the save. But I think I've got to have Roberts start the Champions League final just because of how long he's been here and how long he's worked for this. We've also brought in, as you saw, Ricardo Hurtado, the new goalkeeper, the David De Gea regen. It just made more sense to bring him in. We could have had Munoz, but we'd have had to pay 50 million. He's 3 years older, still the same rating as Hurtado as well. With Hurtado, he was on the free agents list. It's just a matter of getting down the details and getting them sorted. And then we did sign somebody else, didn't we? Yeah, we did, just there. Seo Jun Jung, the Heung-min Son regen. He is a bit mad as well, to be honest with you. Crazy, crazy player. And he's got potential to be special as well. So a lot of quality. He might even threaten Duncan Wilson's position in the starting 11, you know. It's going to be a good battle to see which one of these comes out on top in the end. I'll be intrigued with that one. I'll be intrigued, definitely. And we've also had some departures as well. I'll just give you a quick transfer history. Probably the easiest way to show it. Sam Vines isn't our player, or whatever his name is. But we brought in Taha Ali, of course. We brought in Hurtado. Managed to get those over the line before they got snapped up by somewhere else. We've got George Dickinson in as a right back. He's the Kyle Walker regen. Not incredible, I know, off the face of it, but it was the best right back I could find. The best right back region I could find to back up Miranda. So we've gone for that. 24 million and an exit for Iago Flores to Newcastle, which isn't a bad move at all as well. And then we've got Prince Ibrahim out to Salernitana, 22.5 million. And we've still got more business to go, but that is what's happened so far. How many players from Season 1 are left on the team now? Crazy seeing how many faces have come and go. There's not many left. There really isn't many left. I mean, from the actual Season 1, it was Rodriguez and Roberts, I believe, are the only ones. But of course, well, Moffat as well, actually. Sorry, yeah, Moffat as well. We've got a plethora of talent that we're looking to offload as well. I don't know how it's going to happen, but fingers crossed. We'll just switch these around here as well. We've got plenty of talents from the youth academy from season 1. We've still got quite a few there because I'm pretty sure Wilson was in the academy from early. I'm pretty sure Sutherland, technically he's season 1. He's left and come back as well. Trying to think who else. Moffat, he's been around for a while as well. I'm trying to think of everyone. There's too many people. There's quite a few people who have been in the academy for a while as well and finally got their shine through. Barlow might have been an early academy player as well as Shabalala. But, yeah, there's not many left. There's not many left. But we needed, it was always going to be a matter of we needed to upgrade as we went. Though not all going to make it to the end, unfortunately. I wish they could have done. I really wish they could have done. But there's 3 from season 1. Technically 4. I might count Wilson as a season 1er. But realistically, he was in the academy early. Didn't really get his kind of shout until later on. But from season 1, actually playing in the squad, we've still got 3 season 1 players in the first 11. Rodriguez, Roberts, and Sutherland. Of course, Rodriguez isn't in there just now because he's injured. But this is the best team we've got, so I'm just kind of showing that off. And I think we've done well to keep any of them, to be honest. Might just make some hidden gems out of that bloody squad, I tell you. Alright, we'll continue on then. Another exit to go through. I believe it's just a loan, but I could be incorrect. I can't remember. There's a lot coming and going. Right, that is a loan out for Potlaco Kumbalo. I forgot I agreed to that. And then Juan Carlos Serrano transfer offer from Valencia. They're desperate. They offered us one of our former players not long back. Who was it? Who was it that got the that offer? Someone offered for Valencia. It was somebody else. There we are. They offered us for Bobby Hobbs. They offered us 14.8 million and the return of Vicente Ojeda. And I wouldn't have minded it, but we're just beyond that now at this point. We're beyond Vicente Ojeda. As much as I loved him and as much as he was always going to be a good player, the amount of loans we sent that man out on. Speaking of loans here, Iando Nkosi loan deal from Hurricane. We will allow him to obviously negotiate that through. Realistically, at this point, anyone who gets loaned out here might not come back because I'm hoping Season 9 will be the final season of this career mode. But you know it's me, so it could go wrong along the way. Billy Bull offer from Leicester, 50.2 million, not even touching the sides. We could get up to 76.9, not even close, and it's not even going anywhere anyway, so that's fine. Team of stat actually, yeah. I mean, funnily enough, it's funny you mentioned the treble before we go and check his offers. Funny you mentioned the treble because this is the objectives for the season. The profit's not looking good right now, but we can always make it around. We'll see. Within 2 seasons, have at least 1 player from the youth academy. That's not going to happen. I'll just tell you now. Get 3 wins in cup matches. Should be able to do that. Sign 3 players born in North America. I probably won't do that. Probably just ignore that. Within the same season, sign 3 crucial players. Make a profit of 129 million. We haven't done that, and we probably won't do that either. We don't need crucial players. We've got the players we need. But we'll try and do the profit part at least. Domestically, we've got to win the league. We've got to win the FA Cup. And we've got to win the Champions League. So it is the treble that the board want. And it's a treble that I want as well. So if we don't win the treble with this squad, I'm just the worst player at the game in the world. Jasper Wheeler, loan offer from Ajaccio. We'll let that through. And then Nanda Nkosi, his loan will go through. And with Bishop as a swap deal on here, Wolfsburg are looking to offer Kevin Paredes at 12.9 million. Now, I don't want the player. I'm happy to negotiate. What could we get? They said 48.2 million on there. I don't know if we can get 48.2. I'm going to go outlandish here and see if we can try and get 50. But I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Oh, they've got a Jesper Karlsson as well, but it's a real Jesper Karlsson. The more you know. We've got a Jesper Karlsson of our own, but he's a regen. He's a very good one. We'll just see what they say at 50 million again. And if that's when I swap player, it's just not going to happen. They've actually accepted 50 million. I did not accept to get 50 million for Bishop. That helps a lot. for what I want to do again next. One signing that I do want to bring in, and it's a selfish signing, but I don't care because it's my club. All right. Ayanda Nkosi, his deal's going through, and everything else seems to be in order just now. As we continue on towards pre-season. Miranda transfer offer from Liverpool, again, insta declined. And now this is one that a lot of the chat and comments will disagree with. I should sell Luca Carpenter, in your guys' opinion, but bad news here. We're not going to be selling Luca Carpenter. And here's why. Well, two reasons. One, towards the end of the season, he actually started popping off. He actually started banging in goals and assists. And he's actually a better assister than he is a goal scorer. We know that. But also, it's an 87 rated striker option as a backup. I'd be dumb not to keep him. So as much as we could get that much money, that is mad. I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him. Why is he still at the club? Because he's improving. He's improving. I'm pulling my manager weight around here. He's not going anywhere. Interest in Peters from Bournemouth. We're going to have to strike now if we're going to strike on that deal. Samuel Adozie and 29.4 million for Billy Bull from Southampton's get declined. A Douglas Moffat swap deal. I'm not even entertaining it. And then the loan deal for Jasper Wheeler goes through as well. Why is he? I hate to say it, Carpenter's not going anywhere because obviously bad form at the end of last season. But when you look at the striker, when you look at the man, you can't just say with those stats he has to go, blood, can you? Because look at those stats. I mean, granted, he should be performing better with those stats, but that's beside the point. All right, I'm keeping him. I'm pulling my weight in this scenario, and we are going to go for Zakaria Peters now. First of all, do we have the funds to pull this off? We don't. Shit. We're gonna have to put a sacrifice in here, ladies and gentlemen. Or either that or we just don't get him. But I really want to get Zakaria Peters. It's a Kevin De Bruyne regen. And I think it makes sense to put either Maresca or Hobbs in here. Or even McGregor, but I'd rather loan him. McGregor wouldn't... I think it's got to be Maresca, doesn't it? To get this deal over the line. I do love Maresca. But... we do want this, although I suppose defensively it would be short. Maybe it has to be Hobbs. Sacrifice Carpenter. No, Carpenter's staying. Although he does bring a good amount of money to the deal, but no, he's not going anywhere, unfortunately. Carlos Rodriguez is still worth 247.5 million. How? Right. We could always go from somewhere else, but I'm not sure how we're gonna. What about Barlow? I think I'm going to do it Barlow, you know. I do like Barlow, but I just don't see him getting involved. 40 million. Has this worked? I don't know if the deal's gone through. My game's frozen. My games, I can't do anything. I can't press anything. Like I'm all good with the music and everything, but we can't get this over the line. We've been stiffed at the final hurdle. Right, I'll reset the game. I'll be back in a moment. I wanted to get the Zakaria Peters deal over the line, and the game was like, no. Just refused me access. Crying out loud, right. I need to make sure we get back to that exact point. Go on the autosave. It should have autosave progress. Yeah, there we go. Right. I'm going to save here just in case that happens again. Right, where, I mean, where were we at? This is, I believe this is the exit of Kamalo, isn't it? Again. For crying out loud. Well, we knew that already, but Kamalo's going again. Right. Serrano transfer offer, we're declining. We've actually gone back a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to make sure none of my other deals have actually gone rogue here and reset themselves as well. Fucking FIFA, man. I think we're good. Carlson loan offer, not on your fucking Nelly. Bishop transfer offer. Oh yeah, we agreed 50 million for Bishop, didn't we? That's where we were at. Right, let's go. Let's go again. I'm not budging until they accept 50, by the way, because that's what we got last time around. Oh, fair enough. Quite easy that. Interesting Paters. That's where we need to make our move. Thomas Bishop exiting the club. Quite a good little player, but his potential plateaued, and throughout the last season didn't really provide much off that left-hand side. Wilson had a lot of the game time, of course, but when Bishop got his game time, I didn't really feel like he worked with the team, if that makes sense. He didn't really work as part of his team. We couldn't. What do you mean see? How much could we have gotten? Go on, tell me. 65.8. Yeah, fuck this game. That's a load of bollocks. No chance we're getting 65.8. Right, Bobby Hobbs transfer offer. We'll come to that in a second because we need to get this over the line. As Bournemouth have gone back in for Paters, and we're not letting that happen. So let's hope the game doesn't break again. So we're going to go for Barlow and at 40 million. I do love Jackson Barlow, but I don't see him contributing, unfortunately. Especially now Taha Ali's about. Oh, we've been scammed. We've been fucking scammed because we did this exact deal last time and now they want more money. Right, bollocks. No, we're sticking with this 40 million. You can whistle, mate. Are you joking? I'm going to have to add a bit more on, aren't I? This video game screwed me out 7.6 million. We got the man we wanted, but the game screwed me out of that money there. Man, well, Zakaria Paters very close to becoming a Hartlepool player. It's a greedy signing from me. It's a selfish signing from me, and it does mean, unfortunately, we have to sacrifice Jackson Barlow. I was considering moving on in the first place. But for fuck's sake, EA owe me about 7 million. Right, I guess rotation. It was important, fair enough. It will be rotation anyway. He probably will be important. I just wanted to see if I can get away with rotation. He'll have a lot of game time. It'll be him and Serrano probably switching in that role, with Maresca and Diop on the other side. Yeah, appearance bonus off. We'll allow that to go through. 51,000. Again, that means we're going to have to probably switch all the wages off screen for all the rest of the players. They'll be complaining that all these new signings are getting ridiculous amounts. So we'll figure out contracts off screen for the rest of the team. I'm not going to do it on screen because it'd be boring to watch. But in comes Zakaria Pater, second attempt to try and get him in. He joins the club for 47.6 million along with the swap of Jackson Barlow. I'm hoping Barlow can... I didn't really want to swap someone too good because they're going to Angers, but I hope Barlow can make something out of himself in France. And I do love Barlow, man, but this is the right move. I can't go off liking players the whole way through. Although that being said, I'm keeping Carpenter. So, but Jackson Barlow, 47.6 million was the deal to get Zakaria Peters a B deal. Well, we could have got it better, but the game crashed the first time around, so don't know what to tell you. But the Kevin De Bruyne regen enters the club. There is no way I was getting it for 102 million. I just want that clear. Right. So let's get him on the development plan. I think he has potential to be special as well, if I remember correctly. Yep, the De Bruyne regen. He looks so bloody good, man. Not going to get any faster. Excuse me, I got hiccups. He'd actually quite work as a DM as well. Honestly, I'm wondering if we switch him to a defensive mid, he actually would work. Hold on a minute, let's have a little gander here. Barlow said to the Gulag, yeah, I can't lie. We did just ship him off. I mean, he'd actually be better as a DM though, for real. Maybe he backs up Diop. Or hell, maybe he overtakes Diop. I don't want to overtake Diop though, I like Diop too much, but this De Bruyne regen is definitely better as a DM rather than a cam. We'll see what we do here because we've kind of got an influx of midfielders now. Because Serrano is obviously going to be starting alongside Diop, but then we've got Maresca, Peters, and Hobbs to kind of figure out. I think we might. Do we move Hobbs on? It's a difficult one. We're not going to do it for a swap deal, but do you know what? If we can get 50 million for Bobby Hobbs, I'll be more than happy. It'll be a hard deal to go through with because I don't really want to sell him, but if we can get Bobby Hobbs, if we can get 50 million for Hobbs. Right, I didn't expect to actually get 50 million for Hobbs. Oh no. It's actually going to go through. Honestly, probably for the best. But I will miss Bobby Hobbs. Barcelona want Reece McGregor on a loan deal. You know what? Fine. You can fuck off the shite waste of space respectfully. Poor Bobby Hobbs. Although I do remember he did gritty on you at one point. I can kind of understand the reservations. France Covenant completed. I don't care. Reece McGregor loan deal goes through. In fact, actually, I do care a little bit. I want to see if we've got anything off the scout reports that I've missed. Absolutely no right backs. Beautiful. Couple of left backs. Only one of them is a regen, and the other one's a retiring or very low rated now, Luke Shaw. Centre backs, we've got some good options here, but we already know about these. Kramer, as good as he would be, would just break the team, so we're not going to bring him in. But I'm thinking De Oliveira just won the Premier League, so it won't be De Oliveira, will it? And Bryce Gomez, nah. And then for defensive mids, we've got two players that are real. I nearly quit the save. Making sure everyone's on a development plan. Get the best out of him. I mean, Dickinson isn't, but he's already got his potential, which is fine. I kind of half knew that he'd be already at his potential. But it's an upgrade somewhat. And it does well for us, I think. It's the best right back I could find anyway, so it's kind of is what it is. And goodbye, Bobby Hobbs. Scored some very important goals towards the end of last season, and he's always been a controversial figure. But on his way out now. I don't really want to get rid of these players because I'm attached to them, of course, but it's just to show that we mean business, and we're going for that treble by any means necessary. 50 million for the Aussie. Off to Lens. I'll absolutely take 50 million. And he's going to say, what, you could have got 70 million for him as well, probably, or something like that. 68.4. Yeah, I love Bobby Hobbs, but he's not 68.4 worth. Ike Martin and Fernando Maresca, they're going to be sticking around now, it looks like. And Bournemouth coming from Maresca because we stole Peters off them. And Martin's going nowhere. So what we really need now, I think, is one more centre back. Because Rodriguez is injured, he won't start the games, but I think what we need is one more centre back, and we're probably set. But the problem is cash. What do we have in terms of funds? Okay, cash isn't a problem. Hits the gritty. Fuck off, Hobbs. Fuck's sake. I think we just go balls to the wall and go in for De Oliveira, to be honest. I think we just throw everything at Spurs to get De Oliveira. I do like Kramer, but A, we can't get him because he's too important to the club, and B, he's broken. He's a Van Dijk region, of course. We could get Sommer for a bit of experience, if he's a bit cheaper. Or we could get De Oliveira. And between De Oliveira and Sommer, Gomez probably not. And I couldn't find anyone else off the centre-back list that are much better than those guys. And of course, these are all attackers at this point. So I will leave the choice up to you, Jordan, if you want. Which one are we going for? Obviously not Kramer because he's unavailable. It's him towards Milan. Reece McGregor load out. Spurs lad is cute. Okay, I mean, we're gonna have to throw the whole checkbook at him because Spurs, reigning, defending Premier League champions, it's gonna be a hard deal to pull off, but we'll go for it. It's not gonna be cheap though, but we should have just enough cash to get this done. Maresca transfer for now from Arsenal. No, thank you. I think Maresca's good enough to probably survive now till the end of this save. But De Oliveira is the man that has been selected. So we'll see what we can do. It's going to be expensive. Need to ensure that we have enough for his wage as well. 80 million. You can fuck off. You can fuck. Don't even make jokes about that, Tottenham Hotspur. Don't even make jokes about that. Fucking bastard. Think they coming for my Duncan Wilson. Not a chance, mate. No, you'll give him 85. You'll give him to me for 85 now. You scheming bastards. You damn right. 85 million's fine. Going for my Duncan Wilson. Not a chance. Fucking cunts. Right, De Oliveira. We'll get this hopefully over the line, and this will be our probably our final signing of the window. I don't think we need to bring in anyone else. We've got the players I wanted to get, and De Oliveira would be a brilliant centre-back option to add. He'll want to be important. It's going to be a matter of juggling around Martin, Bull, Chavez, and De Oliveira. It's going to be a difficult task, but if you play well, you get the nod. So. Oh my god, this is going to be... It's going to be difficult. We'll say 80 and see what they say to that. They just want a bit of bonus, fair enough. My Duncan Wilson, bit sus, mate. I don't care. He's the man who went through adversity to get here. Had a great breakout season. Got injured for 7 months. And yet he's come back better. He's my Duncan Wilson. Anyway, final signing to show that we mean business along this league. De Oliveira says he's happy. He was happy at Spurs, but when an offer like this comes along, in a project like this, he can't turn it down. De Oliveira will sign for the club. I mean, realistically, Rodriguez should be on crutches, but who's counting, I suppose. De Oliveira, a Hartlepool player. We've spent a lot, but we've also made a lot of money as well. I think that is going to be us for summer anyway. Still a title winning team's best defender. We're still winning every competition. Yeah, one of the most quality players at centre back, and we brought him in. Could have probably gone for slightly less, but the fact that we've got 35 million is a bit of a steal as well. The bastards try to take Duncan Wilson. Not a chance. Not on your Nelly. Would have been interesting if they'd gone for the Son regen, though. He obviously is at his potential already. I kind of expected that. That's fine. But as we go through the season, we'll get up to an 88. And it's a very good option. Look at these centre-backs. Nothing is getting past them except if I play bad. So, I mean, it's really up to me. We've got Billy Bull, who obviously off his first season didn't really show everything that we expected. But second season, last season just there, the warrior of the defence. Martin, again, bit shaky to start with, but then him and Bull made such a good partnership. We brought Chavez on occasion as well. He's still the shakiest out of the four, in my opinion. Excuse me. Still the shakiest out of the four, in my opinion. But still quality enough, I think, to put in a good performance. And then De Oliveira just makes that whole defence complete. I do wish we hadn't sold Ibrahim, to be honest with you, but it was the right time, and I feel like he will improve at Salernitana, to be honest with you. I think this squad, obviously still a bit big. We'd like to get some of these players offloaded, but this squad, I don't see why it doesn't. I don't see why it doesn't win the treble. So, of course, interest in Favre. We're not bothered anymore. They can get that over the line. Manchester United want to swap Ugochukwu and 23.6 million for Billy Bull. Not a chance. And then Felix Chavez probably won't go either now. So, the first pre-season friendly then against AC Milan. We're just going to be playable highlighting them because I genuinely can't be arsed to play them. And that's the genuine reason. So, we'll get some of these new players rotated in. Carpenter, this is your fucking moment, mate. It's a big season for you. If you don't perform somewhat before the end of this transfer window, I won't hesitate to offload you. I've given him plenty of chances. And granted, towards the end of last season, he took his chances, but I'm still not 100% convinced. The team is so stacked, I don't know who to put on the bench. Hurtado obviously comes in. Peters, we'll see what he can do. De Oliveira as well will get his first start. There's just so much talent, it's hard to decide. And then Dickinson as well. Give him a run out. His first game. Let's see what these new players can do. Captaincy goes for Sutherland until Rodriguez comes back. I think we're going to keep the same captaincy. But anyway, AC Milan up first. We don't win them all. You're the only thing holding them back from greatness. Legit. It's true. You're not wrong. But we can believe, alright. Right, so against Milan then, in the first pre-season friendly, this is the squad we're going to use. A lot of the new signings, in fact, every single new signing, going to get their debut here in this one against a fucking stacked AC Milan side, I can't lie. That side looks brilliant. But at the BC place, I don't know where this tournament is taking place, but BC place, this is Hartlepool versus Milan. We've got Hurtado in goal, Sutherland left back and captain, Dickinson right back, De Oliveira and Bull as the centre backs, Peters CDM / centre mid, Serrano centre mid / cam, Young off the left, Ali off the right, Blanchard and Carpenter leading the line. Playable highlights then. Let's see what we can do. I probably should play the whole pre-season friendlies, but I cannot be bothered. I still don't know who we've got for the first game of the season, by the way. I've not even checked. I'm going to guess somebody like Wolves or something. It usually seems to be like a team that I can't beat, so. Oh, it's in America, the American Challenge Cup. At BC place then. Can we win the pre-season tournament? It is Young. Oh, there's Ali on the pre-season run, on a solo run here. Plays the ball through to Carpenter. Oh, you fucking right. Can we get him? Peters picks up now. Young's the target. Young's going to get it. Cuts in. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. I did shit there. I understand it completely. But that's not the point. Young holding it up. Blanchard. Not going to make the run through. Gets past Garcia. Gets past Maignan. It's 1-0 Hartlepool against AC Milan. And then Achille Blanchard. Oh, but now AC Milan have the solo run. Jeremy Pino. Billy Bull on job. And now it's Hartlepool with an attack. I am holding them back, but at the same time, I'm doing all right. We're winning 1-0, all right? Serrano. Malik Diop's been subbed on for Zakaria Peters, which is fine. I don't like, they're giving me nothing here to move to. Martin's on as well. Dickinson. Roberts. Blanchard. Can't get around. And it's going to be a corner kick from Milan. Ball in, it's away. Roberts gets the block, it's not fully with Vidal. Partridge to Leao. Oh, that's a brilliant finish. I mean, there's no arguing about that, is there? I mean, I thought I had the defender in the way, but the game said otherwise. So, that's all you can do, really, is accept that that's a goal. And of course, that's the last chance. God forbid we get a chance to win it, you know? Take the lead for Blanchard, but Rafael Leao with a beautiful equaliser, to be fair. I felt like I placed a defender in the way, but even if you do get a defender in the way of that, it's probably going to take his head off. Not a bad start. But I'd like to have won that, you know, to get a good run going. Blanchard opens the scoring for us. Leao equalising for AC Milan. Hopefully it's only pre-season. But I think we did alright. We could have won it as well if Carpenter had pitched chance away, but I just want to watch this back because I feel like I got a defender there, but maybe it just doesn't matter in these kind of shots. Like the Oliveira's standing right there. Has he moved his leg out of the way of it? Oh no, he just, yeah, you know what? Fair play. Those are unstoppable. Even if you are Hurtado, who is our newest goalkeeper, take a look at the ratings then. Achille Blanchard, our best player, with an 8. Seo Young with a 7.4 in his debut, and Billy Bull with a 6.8. As for AC Milan, it is 7.9 for Rafael Leao, 7.4 for Partridge, and 6.6 for Vidal. 61 to 39 in terms of possession, 8 shots to 4, and 2 chances to 1. Could have gone worse. It could have gone worse, definitely. But again, on the flip side, it could have gone better, couldn't it? Blanchard off and running. I hope that's the case. Chavez offer from Bayern Munich now. Not even gonna like dignify that one. Don't forget to use substitutions, mate. I'm just highlighting them. All right. Higgins transfer offer. Now, I did want to initially loan him, but do we want to transfer him instead? Wait, are Leeds still in the Championship? Leeds is still in the Championship. There's no chance he's going. Not a permanent, anyway. Yeah, no, he's not going. I don't mind loaning him out to a Championship side, but he's not going permanently to a Championship side. I know I said he's not good enough for us, but he deserves to be in a Premier League team. Right, up next then, Dortmund. Let's switch the squad up a little bit. The usual suspects will probably start this one now that the new signings have had their introduction. Miranda comes in. Bull as well. We'll come up from Martin. We'll go Martin and Chavez and see how it rocks. Moffat as well. Nielsen will get a chance. Diop and... Wait, I sold Hobbs, didn't I? Maresca then. I do quite like Young off that left-hand side in terms of his movement, but didn't really offer too much. Blanchard's probably the only one that's going to start again. Get successive starts in this one, which I think is fair. So that's going to be a team for the game against Borussia Dortmund. A bit of rotation here. That fucking hell. I suppose these are the Champions League winners, ain't they? You have to remember that. This is probably the team to beat. They've got Jude Bellingham as captain at this point. Hell of a squad as well. But at BC Place, we've got Nielsen in between the sticks, Moffat and Miranda as the fullbacks, Chavez and Martin as the centre backs, Diop CDM/centre mid, Maresca centre mid/cam, Wilson off the left, Roberts off the right, Blanchard and Carlson as our strikers. Playable highlights then. Let's go once again. First preseason game and Roy and Bottling leads. Hartlepool back, let's fucking go. But I mean, we can't win. It'd be too easy. We've got to give everyone else a chance. That's what I'm thinking. But they've got a hell of a team. And we know that because they won the Champions League. They've won the Champions League 2 times in a row. It's up to us to prevent it. Borussia Dortmund attack through Alvaro. There's Chan. Alvaro going to try one from range. It's blocked by Ike Martin. Dortmund come again. Alvaro. Try to lay it off. Flores now on the left. Miranda blocks the initial ball and fights it to get the ball back for Hartlepool, but that's a solo run for Dortmund. We've not had a chance yet. It's got to be Miranda to try and stop Alvaro here, which he doesn't do successfully, but we've got plenty of men back now. Miranda does eventually read it. But Dortmund go again. Can we get a fucking opportunity? Marquinhos now. Not the defender, of course, the former Arsenal one. And they finally make good on their opportunities. They've only had about 1,700, so I'm not surprised, really. Could have done better to close Alvaro down, to be fair, but at the same time, we're not allowed a chance, and they are. We'll get something stupid like a free kick from our own half. If we get anything. Crossing opportunity for Hartlepool. We're in the middle of the pitch, by the way. Yup. Blanchard. I mean, that's just rude, isn't it? Right, we go again. For crying out loud. Carlson. Ali's on. Why is that? Sorry, I'm getting chances, yeah, but why are the passes going like that? Why are they? I'm passing it along the ground. It's bobbling all over the place. Oh, fuck's sake! Here you go, Chavez. Have that, cunt. Right, counter attack, boys. Come on. Diop, ball all the way over to Carlson. And he's had a chance, to be fair. I should have scored that. You know what, it's fine. Champions League winners. We're not going to beat them, are we? Apparently. I try and pass it along the ground from a ground starting spot. Somehow it bounces. I don't... Someone's going to have to teach me physics all over again because I don't get it. We lose to Dortmund. Full pre-season though. Carlson should have equalised, but it is what it is. It's a brilliant ball over from Malik Diop. I just couldn't fucking score it. Alvaro with the only goal of the game, and yeah, Dortmund did a little bit better than us there. 9 rating for Marquinhos, 9 rating for Alvaro, a 7.9 for Livramento as well for us. Ali with 6.4, Wilson with a 6.1, and Roberts with a 6. 54-46 in terms of possession for us. We have more shots as well, 6 shots to 4, but 1 chance each, and yeah, Dortmund took theirs. And we're only getting like 7 million off this tournament anyway. There's no point in it. We're just doing it to get some fitness for these boys. Real Sociedad want Miranda. I want Margot Robbie, but we don't all get what we want. Heading into August then. Pater's position change might work better as a DM, you know. He's got to nowhere. He's still on 85. What if I put him back to centre mid? Takes 14 weeks again, so yeah, this is a better place for him. I mean, it's going to be a good battle between him and Diop to see who gets that spot. If one of them drops a stinker, the other one gets to go in, doesn't he? So I guess we'll see. Martin's going nowhere. I don't care if you're going to give me Matt Choi Jallo. Douglas Moffat isn't going anywhere either. George Higgins, I want a loan deal for rather than a permanent. And Billy Bull, not on your life, Bayern Munich. Right, final game of the preseason then. So, like, I should probably just block offers, but I'm kind of interested to see what people are offering. Miranda's not going to Barcelona either. Billy Bull's not going to Leicester. And Malik Diop's not going to Paris. Final game then of the preseason tournament. It doesn't matter in terms of the table, but I'm not really bothered anyway. It's literally... It doesn't affect me either way what we do. Roma beat Dortmund 4-0. Fucking Christ. Right, final game of preseason then. Let's mix it up a bit. Some of the new signings and some of the not new signings. Hurtado stays in. We'll put Miranda in for Dickinson. We'll keep De Oliveira and we're going to put in Chavez. Sutherland. Peters, Serrano. That's fine, actually, the rest of it. Except we'll try Carpenter and Blanchard, Carpenter and Carlson for another reason than because it's a strike partnership I haven't tried in this preseason tournament, and just because fuck it, you know what I'm saying? We should be able to win against Bilbao, but we'll just see. Hurtado in goal, Sutherland and Miranda as the fullback, Sutherland captain in the side, De Oliveira Chavez as the centre backs, Peters CDM / centre mid, Serrano centre mid / cam. Left wing is Young, right wing is Ali. Carlson and Carpenter are the strike force today. Playable highlights at the Dignity Health Sports Park. How many more seasons? Until we win the Champions League. Hopefully it's this season. Hopefully this season is the last. That's the aim. The aim is this season is the final season, but I don't know. We'll see. I do love this Hartlepool career mode, but I do want to get it done as well. So I'm hoping it's this season that we can get the job done, for being honest with you. Corner for us, of course. We're going to give it to one man who will always take them because he puts so much power on him. Where is he? Oh, we didn't start him. Never mind. We won't put him on him. In comes Young down with the corner towards the middle. It's a bit of a scramble. De Oliveira try to get a shot on it, and we can't get the ball back. Another corner now. I'm just going to do this one short because I think I might have more success. I don't like to do corners short, but we're just going to do it because I would like to get a win out of pre-season. Okay, that's not aimed at the correct player, but that's okay. It's come to Ali. De Oliveira. Back to Ali again. Carpenter. Ali. One more. Carlson. 1-0. Patience pays off. 1-0 Hartlepool. Jesper Carlson gives us the lead. Already bottling trophies in the pre-season. Academy FC are back in full effect. If you think I care about the pre-season in any way, you're off your fucking head. One-0 for Jesper Carlson. Where are you going, Chavez? I did tackle with Chavez, but I guess we didn't want to register that. Thankfully, De Oliveira clears up. Yeah, the only person holding this team back from success is me. Like, these players are good enough. It's just the man holding the controller. Miranda gets the tackle in. Apparently it's a foul. I'm not entirely sure how when I got the ball. Fucking hell, they're playing like prime Barcelona. Hurtado equal to it, though. This is going to be where they fucking destroy us, innit, and just get loads of goals. I messed up. Good play. They're absolutely doing us in. Hurtado. And he's fucking shit at the moment. I do need help here from Carlson, or from Young, sorry. Can Young get his first goal? That was a shot, by the way, for reference. I don't know how that other shot went so far across there, but at least he got our chance at it. It's a good save in the end. In fact, I mean, I pressed B to shoot with Young there, and that... Wilson's not... I think Wilson's spot might be safe, at least for the first game of the season. Header it away. Carpenter on the free kick. God forbid. We have it to Carlson. Back to Carpenter. Into Chavez. Off to Diop. Back to Carpenter! Come on, son! He's bursting it with that. Luca Carpenter, that'll do wonders for the confidence. 2-0. What the fuck was that shot? I don't know. I pressed B and aimed at the goal. I don't know what to tell you. Free kick on the edge of the area here. Try and knock it into one of these big men. So it's aimed at Wilson, right? I was aiming for Chavez. And I've aimed that for Moffat, but apparently he's just lost his concentration. It's fine. We win one of the pre-season matches. Better than winning none of them. It's not exactly incredible performances in the pre-season, but it's not awful. I'm confident for the season ahead, personally. But then, again, I don't really know what to expect. I love these violent coughing fits I suddenly go into. My favourite. Carpenter goals we don't celebrate. Looked offside to me. Foul off the ball as well. It's VAR it. So, I mean, it's not even remotely offside, and I don't see a foul. We'll get the VAR on it though. So as you can see, Carpenter running through here, past number 19. There is 4 people playing him onside. Gets through the gap and bursts the net off the bar as well. Delicious, delicious finish from Luca Carpenter. Now, these are the stats. Luca Carpenter, man of the match, a 9 rating, an 8.8 for Carlson, and 8 for Taha Ali. As for Bilbao, there was players, 6.2 for Mertens, 6 for Hjulmand, and 5.5 for Zalewski. 62 to 38 in terms of possession in favour of Hartlepool, 12 shots to 7, and 3 chances to 2 in favour of ourselves as well. Off by a mile, fair enough, mate. I'm going to buy some glasses. So now we've got a couple of weeks to reflect. I still don't know who we're playing in the first game of the season. I'm going to keep it a surprise. Now, this is the question, ladies and gents. Do we sell Shabalala? Because I genuinely don't know. We've obviously got Roberts and we've got Ali, but do we keep Shabalala on just in case one of those get injured? Does Shabalala stay? Or does Shabalala go? I want to keep him, but I will leave this one up to chat. We could get 100 million for him as well. You have an idea? What's your idea, Izzy? Try for a trade if they have youth faces. That's a good point. Let's see what Atletico have. Not if you love me, he's got to stay. Right. I will see what Atletico have though. But I think we're stacked in every department now, but I will have a look. I think we're sorted in terms of bringing players in. They've got Gross. He's showing great potential, but he's not what we need right now. At this point, we need top tier players, and he's really their only youth talent. Does that say Cole Palmer as well? By the way, Cole Palmer at Atletico. Mason Mount. I think we're just gonna straight up reject it. But Shabalala, I don't know how many appearances you'll get this season, but in the appearances you do get, you'll have to be on job because we can't have any slackers in this team. And that goes for Carpenter as well. Carpenter, if you mess up big time before the end of the window, we will find another striker. It goes for everybody in this squad, apart from Rodriguez, because obviously he can't mess up because he's already injured. He's safe due to injury. Anyway, continuing on then, up to the first day of the season. Douglas Moffat, transfer offer from Fulham. So he's had an offer from the Champions League winners, Borussia Dortmund, and then his next offer is from Fulham, who just got promoted from the Championship. I would say only do trades to the rest of the career mode. Possibly, but there's not a lot of people I want to leave from the squad. I do like what we've got here. I think I've done. Personally, I think I'm probably done with bringing people in, but allowing people to leave. We will take a look at what the other club have if I do want to sell them. But most of these players now that are getting offered, I would like to keep. Like Billy Bull, he's not going anywhere. Malik Diop, Man City, he's definitely not going there. Felix Chavez stays, and Aitor Miranda stays as well. But say if there's a player on this transfer list, like, but actually, I think all these transfer players now are players that, I mean, I'd be happy to let go. I'm probably done with the transfer window, if I'm being honest with you. I think we've got more than enough players. I just need to be good at the game, which is the scary part. Datro Fofana and 23 million from Martin. I might even entertain that in a different career mode, but this is youth academy only, of course. Felix Chavez from Brighton, not a chance. Aidan Sutherland offer from Barcelona. That is a hell of a lot of money, but in terms of the story, we can't sell him. And then Louis Myers, I will accept this loan deal to Salernitana. He can link up with Prince Ibrahim once again. And it's there. You saw it there. As we have got some, quite a few bits in news. Billy Bull is not going to Wolfsburg. And we're not loaning Carlson anywhere. Why would we? Douglas Moffat as well. He's not going to Barcelona. Or sorry, Espanyol. I just saw Barcelona in the club name. Blanchard now has overtaken Carlos Rodriguez in rating. I never thought that would happen. But now we've got Achille Blanchard at 92 rated. I think he's got to be an end gamer now. There was a point where I was thinking, do we keep him on? But I think the answer is yes. I know he's not always consistent, but the answer is yes. And with Musanguli Shabalala, I don't know if he's going to be happy because he's an important player, but he's 87 rated. Why not train his weak foot? Whose weak foot are we training? Blanchard's. Is he not a 5-star weak foot? How is he not a complete striker then? I didn't even notice that. I swear he was a 5-star weak foot. I thought he'd been a 5-star weak foot for ages. Right, onwards we go. Chavez isn't going anywhere, especially not for Lorenzo Colombo. The loan deal for Myers has been accepted. Billy Bull from Brighton, they want to offer me Enciso, which would be quite a fun transfer to do if I was using real players, but it's not happening. Enciso scored past us last year, so I'm still a bit upset about that as well. Jasper Wheeler, loan deal to Bologna. That's absolutely fine. Aidan Sutherland from the Champions League winners. No me gusta. Get some big offers though for some of these players. It's hard to decline them, but if I want to keep the majority of the squad together, it's what happens. I think this is Louis Myers. He's on his exit now to Salernitana, I think it was. He links up once again with Prince Ibrahim. Just a few days before the season, we've got another offer for Chavez from Chelsea and an offer for Sutherland from Wolves and a swap deal for Dennis Meyer. Actually doesn't look like a bad little talent. Probably could have got something at him if he'd come into the save earlier. 124.7 million as well. I just wonder where Wolves are getting all this fucking money from. And then before the day of game, Bologna will get that deal done. Shabalala from Sassuolo. I should sell him. I really should, but I won't. No chance for Hoffenheim to get Martin. And no chance for Valencia to get Chavez. Well, we are here, ladies and gents, then. The first game of the season. Wilson wants to start, so he'll probably get it. I'm a sucker for Wilson. We'll save over just now. Now, of course, if you don't know the objectives, I will show you momentarily. This is how we are looking. Within 2 seasons, have at least one player from the youth academy signed in the first season, play at least 50% of the games in the next season. I'm hoping we don't have to worry about that because I'm hoping this is the last season. Get 3 wins in cup matches, sign 3 players born in North America. If the manager rating depletes so much, we'll just get some shitty free agents for that objective. Within the same season, sign 3 crucial players and make a profit of 129 million. We don't need the crucial players, in my opinion. And we've got the profit done. Win the league title, win the cup and the FA Cup, and then win the Champions League. So they want us to win the treble. Little one just woke up from her nap, have to run. Apologies. Very much looking forward to this season. I feel like it's the final one. Have a great afternoon, mate. Much love as always. No worries, man. Hope she's doing alright. Hope you're doing alright. And obviously, if you can't watch this, it'll always be on the YouTube channel to catch up on. But I hope you're doing well, mate. And all is good. But this is going to be the only game today as well because we usually just start with the first game of the season. So this is going to be the final game technically of today. I'm interested in what we've got next. So we've got Villa. When's our first difficult game? Newcastle might count as one. Chelsea, Norwich. There's a few that I'm not looking forward to. But I think we have the quality and the ability to see the season through and to become Premier League champions. We finish our season against Spurs. That might end up in a title race. And we're going to be ending it at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as well. So that could be interesting. Even Hartlepool are going to finish the story before Cody Rhodes. Love to see it. Well, unless it takes till WrestleMania, which I'm hoping this career mode doesn't. I'm hoping I can get this done before WrestleMania. But anyway, let's get into this first match. And before we do, pretty much press conference. See what we've got to say about the season ahead. Looks like it could be a very competitive title race this season. Do you think your team can come out on top? I hope so. We set our own standards. We only want the best, but you have to remember who's holding the controller. You brought Hurtado into bolster the Hartlepool squad. Looking at your plans for the future, new addition means Nielsen is probably on his way out. No, Nielsen's still very important. Nielsen's very important to this team, and he'll definitely be a part of it still. And Taha Ali did quite well in pre-season, so I'm wondering, do we give him a nod ahead of Roberts? I'm thinking yes, honestly. I don't think I'll start all the new signings, but I think a couple of them will get a start. A couple of new signings will get the nod. So here we go then. The final game of today, the first game of a new season, hopefully the final season. I know this has been dragging this career mode a bit now, but we want to get that Champions League, and I'll be damned if we don't get it this season because we deserve it. With the quality we have as well, it should be a done deal really, but I guess we'll see. But this is probably the line we'll go with. Diop comes in actually ahead of Peters. More experience in this area. I know he doesn't like that position, but he's been playing there for years and he's been good at it, so he's gonna have to grin and bear it. I think this is the squad we'll start with. And that's how we'll look on the bench, I think, as well. We don't really need a backup keeper on the bench, so we'll do that. So that is going to be the team that will go against Southampton. Hopefully, we'll show Southampton and everyone else in this league what we are capable of. But we'll just see. Carlson scores first goal of this season. Carlson scored for the first time this season to push Hartlepool United to a 2-0 win against Bilbao. Player of the tournament has been announced as Napoli's Zielinski, who's retiring in the season. Napoli win the Super Cup. Previous seasons, UEFA Europa League winners came up victorious over Borussia Dortmund in an entertaining final, then the 2-1 for the Napoli side. Napoli FC continued their celebrations in the locker room with Kvaratskhelia leading the festivities in what's looking like a promising start of the season for Napoli FC's managers men. Christ almighty, that's a tongue twister. Joseph Fati, he looks like the Koulibaly region, I think, or maybe he's not. Either way, he signed for Southampton. Could have maybe had an eye on him, but we opted to go for De Oliveira instead, and he might be quite good. So we'll keep an eye on him. And with winning the title is a must for Shabalala. At a media briefing event ahead of their first match of the season against Southampton, Hartlepool United's manager made it very clear what his team's goals are for the upcoming campaign. Winning the title is more than just something we hope for. It's seen as a requirement here, and that brings massive levels of expectation. So let's see if we can do it. Some big signings being made as well. Oscar Mosquera going to Young Boys. Moussa Diaby moving to Bournemouth, who seem to be just bolstering their squad. We know about Fati. He's gone to Southampton. João Gomez off to Union Berlin. Yuri Regier out to Nice there. And I think that's all the news we need to read about. We've had some different offers from all over the place. We've signed Leonardo de Oliveira. Hartlepool have signed 24-year-old centre-back Leonardo de Oliveira from Spurs for a fee in the region of 85 million. The Hartlepool manager is delighted to have captured de Oliveira from under the noses of a number of clubs and looks to his new signing, giving his team a welcome boost during the season. The Hartlepool boss said, "Our fans are in for a treat with this lad. He's going to be a great addition for this club, and I can see him fitting perfectly with what we're trying to achieve in this organisation." Didn't do great on his first day, but we'll give him the faith again. Same with Peters, but there's plenty of potential in that. And Miranda could be going, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it, considering I'll be rejecting every offer. FC Barcelona representatives hinted that the club could seek to bring Miranda to the club before the end of this transfer window. Miranda, 21, is apparently a target for other clubs looking for a talented fullback. We know that we are not the only ones after his signature, so now is the time to start a conversation and hopefully submit a bid that will satisfy both parties, said the Barcelona manager earlier today. Not going to happen. Any other news? Nathan Patterson going to Real Sociedad is an interesting one, and Gianluca Scamacca going to Burnley is of course another interesting one. So let's see what we can do then. That's the news sorted, and let's see, please, I beg we don't lose on the first day, because my god, what a letdown that would be. But that is quite a strong Southampton team, but we've got a strong Hartlepool team now with a lot of additions and a lot of quality. The lowest rated player in our squad at the moment is 85 rated, and this isn't even our main team. There's a couple of rotations in here. Mostly our main team though. The only rotation actually is Taha Ali for Ethan Roberts, but we've got some mad talents here at Hartlepool is basically the point. Before we do though, let's just make sure that the shirt numbers are as they should be. So Hurtado number 1, yes. Higgins, if he's sticking around, he'll be number 23, I think, which means Hoosier will have to go to 31, which is fine. He's not going to get to play. Moffat stays as that. Sutherland stays as that. Chavez Bowl. I do quite like De Oliveira at 30, you know. We'll keep it as that. Who's the main right back? Moran's 21. Dickinson. Yeah. They want 20 for Dickinson. I kind of fancy a 17 for him. Anton Johnson will have to move, but he's not going to get to play anyway. Zakaria Peters. Actually, that would work. That would work for him. Actually, 17, which means we'll have to switch Dickinson to something else because, of course, he's a De Bruyne regen. We'll put him back. We'll just leave him at 20 because that works, I think. Maresca 7 is fine. Serrano 8 is fine. 13 for Young. I would like him to be the 7, obviously, but 13 is fine, I think. Or do we go? What do we go for? What would he suit? Obviously, we can't go to any of the lower numbers. Wouldn't mind 27. Yeah, we'll go 27. Wilson 36 as always. This everything else is fine, I think, here. All the way down. Yeah, we're good. Just a little refresh with some of the shirt numbers, but we'll get into this game now. Stop wasting time. We've got Hurtado in between the sticks, Sutherland and Miranda as the fullbacks, so Sutherland captaining the side, De Oliveira and Bull as the centre back. CDM centre mid is Malik Diop, of course. Centre mid slash Cam is Serrano. I've got hiccups, sorry guys. Wilson off the left, Ali off the right, and Blanchard and Carpenter lead the line. It's initially going to be Carlson, but that Carpenter finish shows me that he's got something to provide this season. And of course, if it goes wrong, Carlson's there. And then once Rodriguez comes back, it'll be even harder to get into the team. So he's going to have to show his levels early if he's going to stay around. The other game going on at the moment is Manchester City versus Aston Villa at the Etihad. But the game here for us today at St Mary's Stadium is Southampton versus Hartlepool. The first game of the season. What can we do? Obviously, we have to start as meeting go on. We need a victory here to get the season kicked off the right way. I think it's got to be a dub, innit? Anything less than a dub is a failure on the first day. I'm not saying we go invincible, because that's just not going to happen. I'm not that good. What I am saying is we can't drop stupid points like we did last year. The fact that we dropped all those stupid points last year was what led us to not be in the title race at the end of the day. That Philip Winter guy is a man we looked at all the way back when he's now at Southampton, could ruin our day. But this is our squad. Hurtado, Miranda, Bull, De Oliveira, Sutherland. We then got Serrano. We also have Diop. And in the front four, Taha Ali, Luca Carpenter, Kelly Blanchard, and Duncan Wilson. And we've got one hell of a stacked bench as well in case it all goes wrong, so don't you fucking worry. We have got the squad stacked up to the nines. The squad is good. The depth is good. Everything is good. It just needs to be me. It needs to be me who can actually do this, because I'm the only one that controls the fate here with some of these good players. And if we do somehow fuck this up and go to a season 10, I'm assuming that some of these big players we brought in will be wanting out. So nothing less than the best is what's required here. Taha Ali regaining possession early for us. Let's just get a feel for it. Hurtado, we needed to bolster the goalkeeper. I love Nielsen. I absolutely love Nielsen, but there was so many mistakes from him last season. And with the fact that we had Higgins, who just didn't seem to be able to compute sometimes, it was a bit difficult. Carpenter, oh, hit that wrong. But good movement, a good play, just off his weak foot. I didn't realise that number 3 was going to run past me like that. I believe that's Fatty, their new signing. We probably could have had a bit more time to take that on. I didn't realise how quickly he went past me. Carpenter going to push close, just so he can't go close with that one. Gabri Veiga, the target, should be out-jumped by Billy Bull. He is. Taha Ali looks strong out the start here in the squad. Poor touch, unfortunately, there. Not much you can do about that. But yeah, Joseph Fati, debut for Southampton. Got plenty of debuts today for us as well. Obviously made some appearances in pre-season, but a debut of the full season. De Oliveira heads that away with no problem. Now Diop and Duncan Wilson, who asked for the game today, feels his place is potentially under threat with the arrival of Young. He's going to show his stuff. Into Carpenter. Straight at Rodak. It's a good save, but Carpenter should be scoring that. Wilson. Try to find the gap through. I was tempted just to take it all the way with Wilson, but I saw Carpenter make a move. I wondered if maybe I should have just taken it on with Wilson. That should be easy for Hurtado to gather. I've got a good feeling about this season, you know. We've got some absolute ballers. So again, it just has to be on me to not be bad at the game, which is a bit of pressure. But we'll see how we go. De Oliveira knocks it out to Sutherland. Now Diop. He's so fucking good as Diop, man, I tell you. Carpenter. Blanchard. Oh, that's Serrano. Blanchard's making the move through now. I don't know why Blanchard was so deep there. I'll commit the centre-back. That's my problem. That's why I mess up. To commit players when they don't need to be committed. And I can't switch to De Oliveira, but Hurtado's equal to it. Wouldn't let me switch to De Oliveira there, which didn't help, but committing Billy Bull there, that's something I need to fix, definitely. And just in general with FIFA. Not just with his team, but I do that a lot in general. Duncan Wilson. Oh, great save again by Rodak. And it's going to be a corner. I think Blanchard wanted to try and take that on, but didn't want to risk it. We'll take the corner out of that. Some decent efforts so far. Corner goes Hartlepool's way. I don't know why it's changed my corner takers. It should still be Blanchard on these, but that's okay. Ball in, coming in from the number 10. Bull, try to knock it down. It's not away by Southampton. And De Oliveira, I think, tried to knock it to Serrano, but just a bit too heavy. Ball cleared by Rodak towards Musa. It's going to be headed by Musa, and I think Gabri Veiga should be able to play a ball through here, but it's closed down by Billy Bull. I mean, the defence looks solid. Hurtado hasn't had to do much yet, but what he has had to do, he's had a couple of saves, and he's done well with them. I like how we're looking. Taha Ali. Cutting inside to Blanchard. Oh, one more. Luca Carpenter. 1-0 Hartlepool. And that's what this man needs. That's what this man needs, a confidence boost. I'm not trying to give all the opportunities to him, by the way. He's just in the right place at the right time at the moment. And he's finally going to try and show what he's worth in front of these fans. It's a great layoff by Serrano. Great work from Taha Ali to get around into that position. And then Luca Carpenter arrows it into the bottom left to make it 1-0 to Hartlepool United. That's not what that man needs. That's exactly what he needs. Luca Carpenter needed that as a confidence booster, and my God, he's a net burster today. And I think Southampton are rocked now. This could be a fun one. This could end up being a fun one. Wilson. Blanchard's, I think he's run offside, hasn't he? He's hit the post anyway, but just offside. I wanted to try and knock it through at the perfect time, but then it wasn't obviously at the perfect time. But Wilson's looking as active as ever. And the fact that now, since their injuries, have more of a passing mentality than just taking it on and running at them does help a lot as well. He's had more mentality to play it off and try and find somebody rather than just take it on himself, which I love. I love that for him. Serrano to Carpenter. Taha Ali now. Cutting in off the side. It's Ali. It's straight out of Rodak. I've got a good feeling, boys. I've got a good feeling. I just need to be able to do this myself, to not fuck this up along the way. Of course, who else is going to take the corner other than Achille? Puts the power on it. Puts a good ball in every time. Just needs someone to meet it. Sutherland, good save, Rodak. And it could be 2 or 3 if not for Marek Rodak in that Southampton goal. It's been a great start to proceedings for Hartlepool, but it's got to be a matter of time before we find that second. It's got to be a matter of time before we get that next goal to really separate these two sides. Achille Blanchard going to try and power it in once again, a bit more on it this time. Looking for De Oliveira, trying to find anyone. Serrano is going to come to Malik. Oh, that's a problem with a CDM shoot. Hilgers trying to clear it. Wilson with the press. Blanchard just needs to turn his man or play it to. It was for Serrano. That was for Serrano. Why is it gone there? It was for Serrano. Oh, that could have been 2 there if I'd not. Well, I say if I had not, if the pass hadn't gone wrong. Yunus Musa now for Southampton. They're trying to find something to win this match. Sutherland can't get the ball off him. It's blocked by De Oliveira. Not fully away, but Sutherland gets a second tackle and we will make the move again. I'm very confident in this defence. They're good enough, it's just am I good enough defensively? Wilson to Blanchard. Should be able to take on Fati here. He does with ease, and that should be 2-0. And it is 2-0. Achille Blanchard puts us 2-0 up, and it could be a rout. A great start to season 9 for these boys. I just hope we don't fucking completely bottle it, man. Achille Blanchard, I thought he was going to not take it in time or he was going to miss it, but I was aiming for that other corner. It went off the left post and into the back of the net. All that matters is it went in the back of the net. Good interception by Serrano. We are on smoke today. Sutherland. Wilson turns his man. Blanchard's not going to get it because for whatever reason the game decided that Wilson was going to pass it on his left. Poor Philip Winter's not had a chance today, and De Oliveira's not going to ensure it doesn't have a chance either. We've been pressing like crazy, and Blanchard presses Montero. It could be 3. Montero's caught up though. But he turns his man. Rodak with a save. Montero did really well to close ground there because Blanchard had a straight shot otherwise. Had to turn him around, and it gave time for Rodak to position himself. Wilson. He's not going to be the one to take the corner because it's not oh Jesus Christ, not De Oliveira. No, I clicked the wrong one. Scrolled one too far. Blanchard. Ball in. Ball deep to De Oliveira. Knocks it down. Diop takes it on. Carpenter off the edge of the area. It's tackled off him as he tries to strike. And it could be a counter for Southampton, or it would be had we not already got our men back. Wilson. In towards Serrano. Carpenter. Blanchard. Sutherland. Ball in. Towards Carpenter. Good save again. Rodak. We are all over this. We are all over Southampton. Rodak might purely be man of the match just because of how he's kept Southampton in this, because we should be 5 or 6 up now, and we're not even into the break yet. This Southampton side have been rocked. This Hartlepool side look dangerous, and we've not even got our number 9 back yet. Carlos Rodriguez still on the injury list. Carpenter try to win that back for his team, or at least slow down the Southampton attack to end the half here. It could be Southampton to get one back. Miranda try to take out Musa. Ball into nobody as Billy Bull will sort that out, and that will be the break. But it should be more than 2-0, quite frankly, and I don't know how it isn't. We have been electric. We have been phenomenal. Now, I know it's only Southampton, but they beat us 5-1 last year. Blanchard looks sharp. Carpenter looks sharp. The wingers look good. The midfield looks like it's dealing with stuff quite well as well. The defence look like unbreakable. I don't know what word I'm trying to think of is. Unbreakable is probably the best one I can think of without using my brain too much. Aston Villa lead Manchester City. The newly promoted Aston Villa, might I add, lead Manchester City at the Etihad 1-0 with Brighton and Chelsea playing later at the Amex. At St Mary's it is 2-0. I don't know how it's only 2-0 because we have been absolutely phenomenal. We've been all over them. 67-33 in terms of possession. 11 shots to 1. And 3.8 expected goals to 0.2. They might come back at us in the second half with a bit more bite after a halftime team talk. But I think we've got more than enough to win this match and see this match out. And potentially add more to the tally that we've already got. So second half kicks off at St Mary's. I don't see how we don't win this game here, but stranger things have happened in this career mode, so I'm not count my chickens before they hatch. Ali gets caught there with a foul, not with a foul, with a tackle. What am I about? Billy Bull makes a tackle. It's going to bounce back to them. Like I said, Southampton might have a second wind in the second half. Blocked by Bull, second block. Hurtado makes the save. They've come out the gates firing. I wanted to use De Oliveira there, but he was intent on marking that other player, which is fine, fair enough. Ended up working in the end. Hurtado managed to switch his position to make the save. But there's a corner now to the home side. There's some fairly tall players in there. It's in the middle. Hurtado grabs, and a counter now perhaps for the boys in red and black. Really countering runs, which is annoying. Bull is the one to make the run, I suppose. Oh, Ali's there. Didn't even notice. Sorry, Ali, mate. Into Serrano. Trying to get around his man. Couldn't find a way through. Southampton looking to cook something up to get back into this match. Miranda wins the header. Diop, good control. Into Serrano. Now Blanchard. I'll try to find Wilson. Good manage. Manchester City have levelled it at the Etihad. As Billy Bull closes down Southampton once again. Wilson. Blanchard. Carpenter. Miranda's got a knock. Wilson. Serrano. Trying to find it back to Wilson, but gets tackled again. Miranda, we need to keep an eye on him. I don't know what happened with him, but he's apparently on his shoulder awkwardly. I'm hoping that's not a dislocated one. George Dickinson will have to make a big step up instantly. Good tackle by Bull. De Oliveira missed the tackle, but Bull there to cover. Diop. I don't know how he's managed to keep the ball in that situation, but fair play. And then the pass of Blanchard just doesn't seem to want to find Wilson today. That's a great ball for if he's on. And he is on. I thought he was off, I'm going to be honest with you. But this is that FIFA, they come into the second half with the AI firing on all cylinders kind of thing, isn't it? It looked off. It did look off. Maybe someone's playing him on there. But I thought I was off. Maybe I'm just blind. I do need an eye test, to be fair, so it would add up. That's a problem. So first of all, Miranda seems to have taken his injury away now, but we're just going to make a couple of changes anyway, just to freshen things up a bit. I don't want to bring off Blanchard, but he can't seem to find Wilson. We'll leave it for now. But that makes this match back open again when it really shouldn't be. We should have it dead and buried. I'll be so pissed if we drop points here, man. Like, genuinely, we dominated that first half. But Southampton have come back at us, and I knew they would. Peters now. Into Serrano. Carpenter. Blanchard. We just need to find a third, and it's done. Wrong side of the post. Michele. Tried to slide it past the goalkeeper, but sliced at it with his weak foot. And that's why the 3-star weak foot is not ideal. Southampton really have a chance to get back into this one. Peters winning the header. Wilson. Would like to have seen Young today. Maybe we'll bring him on in a moment. Serrano. Try to find Ali, but they're just cutting out, and I don't know where my midfield's gone here. So right, De Oliveira powering forward a bit now. Then passing it to the wrong player. Bull. Peters. Serrano. Ali. Carpenter. Blanchard. Southampton really try to just close everything down we've got right now. And somehow they get the ball out of that. Sutherland was it back though, initially. It's a bit of a battle, but De Oliveira picks up the loose ball. Come on, Usain's chance coming through. Fans know they've got a chance here against a very strong Hartlepool side. If we can get points off this Hartlepool side, then they'll probably have confidence for their own season. An effort is saved quite easily there. Buick, whatever his name is, he took it on with a power shot. For a few seconds I thought we might have conceded again. To be honest, that's why I went silent. Wilson. Carpenter in the middle. Good save. Oh, it wasn't a good save. He spilled it in his own net. And look at Carpenter. Again. Just when I was wondering which of the strikers I should bring off, I think we've made our decision there now. I think Blanchar's got to make way. Carpenter, maybe what he needed was a bit of a rest, a bit of pre-season just to get his form back. Duncan Wilson, brilliant run as always. Is it going to be an own goal though? It shouldn't be. It deflected, and then Rodak tried to correct himself. But is that going to be an own goal? Is it going to fall to Carpenter? We'll see in a moment. What I do know is those remaining changes going to be made now. Carlson coming on, as is Young. Give Ali a full 90 minutes. Those changes being made now. Wilson and Blanchard outside coming off. Young and Carlson on the way onto the pitch. 3-1 up now. And the goal does go to Luca Carpenter, as it should. And he looks sharp this year. He does look sharp. Southampton have really kicked up a gear since the half-time break. I'm concerned, honestly. Sutherland robs him of the possession there. Now Young can make a run down the side. Into Carlson. Back to Young. Serrano central. And he'll take all his time he needs with that one. Juan Carlos Serrano will add a cherry on top. I wish it was a clean sheet, but we did get a bit complacent with their goal. I genuinely thought it was offside, though. As it stands, so it's 4-1 Hartlepool. Running a bit of riot now. Young making his name and appearance known on the pitch. And it's slid into the corner by Serrano. Have to take it round Fati. And just slides it past Rodak. It's 4-1 Hartlepool. And I think if there was any question marks over are we getting the victory here, I think now those questions have been answered. An emphatic yes. Young. They're leaving us way too much space here to work with. I'm fine with that. Carpenter can't win the header. Could have been a hat-trick for Carpenter on the first day. Imagine the scenes. Go from not being able to score at all to be able to score a hat-trick on the first day of the Premier League season. Mad. Ball over. Great save, Hurtado. That was beautifully played by Southampton. I got to give credit where credit is due. But Hurtado equal to it. George Bello coming off. There's someone else as well. Small and Dozy coming on. It was Jashari as well to make way for the Saints. A double substitution. But that was a fucking phenomenal save by Hurtado. I think he's the man for the job anyway. Catches the throw, or catches the header there. And Billy Bull's going to have to make the run here. Not really what he's a fan of doing, but Ali ahead of him. Oh no, Carpenter, sorry, ahead of him. Central. Here's Carlson. Young. Oh, he's missed. How has he not scored that? Ref, are you kidding me? Keeper's taking Young down there. Oh, that should have been 5. That really should have been 5. Wasn't enough on the finish there from Young. Where am I midfield? Good block by Bull. And another good tackle being made by Billy Bull. Full faith in him this season to do a brilliant job at that back four. I don't know why that hasn't locked onto Serrano, but that's okay. De Oliveira heads it away. He's done solid today as well. I tried to get to Carlson, but Montero just tried to prevent. It's damage limitation now, I think, for Southampton. Try to prevent any more goals. We should have had it dead and buried in the first half, but 2 more goals in the second half. We'll see it over the line. And he might get 1 more, depending on how much time the ref gives him here. But he's not going to give him any more time. And it's a good performance to open things. A bit complacent for their goal, but beyond that, we looked great. We looked brilliant. And I'm happy for the season ahead, honestly. I'm looking forward to it. And that's without Rodriguez. Imagine when he comes back. Carpenter, he gets a confidence boost with a brace today. The other goal's coming from Blanchard. And I can't remember where the other goal came from. Serrano, I think it was, wasn't it? Carpenter with a brace. Blanchard as well. Serrano finishing off the deal. Winter gets one back for them, but It is going to be our day, and I really thought it was offside. I'm going to VAR it, but I'm pretty sure it will be onside if it stood. I'm just curious. Maybe my brain thought, maybe I have more hope and expectation. So what's Winter here? Okay, I pressed instant replay, but it's just not. Alright, okay. It is onside, I think, but Sutherland shouldn't be running with him there, which is annoying, but we could have the clean sheet. But it's fine. A great performance. A dominating performance, which is exactly what we needed, and a win to open the Premier League season. 65 to 35 in terms of possession, 15 shots to 9, and 5.6 expected goals to 1.3. A brilliant day out for the boys in red and black. Taking a look at the ratings then. Aidan Sutherland, man of the match. He is going to be a warrior this season. He's going to be a big help because he's had plenty of European experience with Antwerp. So hopefully he can bring that experience back to us and see what we can do with him. 8.6 in the brace for Luca Carpenter. He was sharp today, and I'm wondering if maybe this is him turning the corner and showing what he can do in this squad. Abrasive assist for Duncan Wilson, who looks great as always. And I don't just mean in looks, I mean in actual football ability as well. Billy Bull, absolute tank at the back as always as well. Blanchard with a goal. And an 8 rating for Serrano, who got a goal and an assist. Hurtado was 7.5 on his debut. Could have kept the clean sheet, but that finish from Winter was good. 6 shots, 5 saves, 1 conceded. The Oliveira was good. Better than 7.3 in my opinion, but we'll maybe switch it around next time. See what works to get a clean sheet potentially next time. Taha Ali I thought was better than 7.2 as well. But maybe a bit more time needed for these guys to settle in. Young came off the bench and got an assist, only a 6.4, but of course he just came off the bench, so I'm not going to really ruin him that much. And then some of these lower ratings I'm not going to really care about too much because they came on late. Philip Winter, a man we were looking at for that striker role for a while, he's ended up at Southampton and he bagged against us for Southampton. 7.7 for Philip Winter. Gabri Veiga as well, 7.3. Fati doing alright in his debut, 7.1. Rodak with 6.9. I'd assume, or I would have given him more there. The way he kept him in it for a good while. 11 shots, 7 saves, 4 conceded. We did end up overpowering him with opportunities. And the assist coming from Jashari with a 6.8. He came off the bet, or he went off. He started, then went off onto the bench, didn't he? And this is the rest of the team's actual player ratings, like overalls. And I could see Southampton being in a relegation scrap, to be honest. And it's not a good start to their season. We're 4-1 loss at St Mary's. How did City and Villa go? City defeated Villa 2-1. Brighton and Chelsea will play later, but the main news coming out of this first game is that we are off to a brilliant start. Would have liked the clean sheet, but Ali, what do you mean to this professional level? It was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. We'll learn from today. He is going to be there, but maybe we should have just thrown him in at the deep end of the first game. Carpenter, I'm really hoping this is a turnaround. I'm hoping he can prove all his doubters wrong. But if he's only going to get 1 or 2 chances a match, he does have to be clinical. He had 6 today, which meant he was always going to get a goal or 2. But he needs, if he's getting less chances, there's going to be teams where he gets less chances. He needs to be clinical in front of goal when we do get those chances. So we need to work on that. But the fact that he scored a brace today will help his confidence to no end. We dominated Southampton, in my opinion. It should have been done and dusted first half. We let him back into the game a little bit, but we put him away and quite simply outclassed him. So that's fine by me. Inbox. A couple more offers to come in. None of them going to be accepted. Diop from Lazio. Bull with one from, is that Frankfurt? They wanted to offer Sambolino as part of a swap deal. It's not happening. Shabalala from Lyon, no chance. And then Chavez from Juventus. It's not going to happen either. Player chat. Nielsen wants to keep getting game time, and Wilson is happy with the game time he got, and he did well in that game, so of course he's going to get more game time. He's the main man on that left-hand side for now. Ike Martin, offer from Manchester United. He's not going to step down from Champions League football. Billy Bull from Chelsea, another decline, and Douglas Moffat from Wolves, another decline. We do have an exit on the cards here. This must be a loan deal. I don't think I've accepted any more permanents. Jasper Wheeler off to Bologna for a year. He's an exciting prospect, so I expect a lot of him. But we'll see what happens with that. Some more offers for defenders. We won't be selling. Chavez getting two, one from Hoffenheim and one from Atletico. Billy Bowles' latest one comes from Valencia. Probably more before the Aston Villa game as well, I'm assuming. A Chavez transfer offer for 39 million from Manchester United, and Luca Carpenter going nowhere now. I think I've got faith in him once again, but we'll see. We've got up to the end of the transfer window. I mean, we've only got Villa left before the end of the transfer window, I believe, and Felix Chavez wants the game against the newly promoted side. If I remember, I'll give it to him, but we'll see. Take a look at the standings then. Off the first day. End the season already, boys. End the season already. Top of the league with a huge victory to kick off Season 9. A 4-1 victory over Southampton. Arsenal, Burnley, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Brighton, both Manchester sides. Norwich already on wins as well. Palace have played 2 games. They've got a win out of that. And then down the rest of the table here is how the league is looking. Chelsea and Spurs losing on opening day, and the bottom 3 after game 1, Fulham, Newcastle and Southampton. Southampton losing another game. I'm presuming they lost 1-0 to Palace. They did. We've got Aston Villa next, and then we'll have the end of the transfer window as we move into September and get into the nitty gritty. Do we have our Champions League group yet? Not yet, but next episode as well we will find out our Champions League group and potentially even start our Champions League journey. Playoff rounds still occur in the second leg, still yet to happen. It looks as if Antwerp are going to get into the Champions League, which is interesting. I kind of hope we get them in our group, to be honest with you. So it is something that could have a renewal of rivalries there. But at the moment, AGF, Antwerp, Galatasaray, Lech Poznan, Basel are all in the lead in their respective legs, with LASK and Rennes unable to be separated at the moment. We will see who we get in our group next episode. But that's going to wrap up this one. And I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with the business we've done. I'm quite happy with how we're doing already at the league. Top scorer, Carpenter, he got a brace on the opening day. Serrano with a goal as well as an assist. And then Blanchard with the other one. The assists coming from Wilson with 2, Serrano with 1, and Young as well getting an assist as part of that match. I think I'm really happy with the business we've done. So we'll just see how it goes. Any loan growth yet? Kamalo already gone up 6. Fair play to him. And Louis Myers has got 1 since leaving the club as well on loan to Salernitana. I'd like to get some more of these players on the outs before the season starts, but I don't know if they'll go through, unfortunately. I guess we'll just wait and see. And of course, with contracts, we will renew them, get some money sorted for some of the bigger names and obviously some of the smaller names as well. The highest paid player now at the moment is Aidan Sutherland. I think he's fine with his contract. I don't think we'll need to change that. Taha Ali getting an 85k, he's okay. De Oliveira is good as well. But we need to kind of raise everyone else up to that kind of standard. Carlos Rodriguez only on 69k being the main man of this team is mad. But we will renew some of these in terms of money anyway. In terms of length, we're fine. We'll bump up the money of quite a few of these. So as it stands, our budget at the moment is around 25 million. We might not be able to get all the contracts done, but a lot of that will go on contracts and it'll be a lot less budget next episode. So we probably won't be able to do anything in January either. I think this is a team that will probably take us to hopefully our treble, and all being well, it doesn't get fucked up by me, I suppose. But this is our team at the moment. Of course, as you can see, the backups are very good as well, and we've got plenty of reserves that I would like to get moved on, but some of them also will factor into the plans this year. So we'll see how it goes. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up the first episode. We'll take a look at the news and we'll end it there. Carpenter next brace as Hartlepool grab win over Southampton. Carpenter got his name on the score sheet for Hartlepool United in their 4-1 win against Southampton. Taking a look around, these are some playoff results. Palace beat Southampton as well. Gianluca Mancini ends up at Celta Vigo. Arsenal have got Axel Gueguin, or Gueguin, I don't know how to pronounce that. Roman Favre, the former, that's not the former Liverpool striker, that's the actual real Favre player. He has gone to Ajaccio, with Karbarnik going to Middlesbrough. We've got Lens signing Axel Disasi, and not really much else to talk about. Players of the week: Aidan Sutherland makes it to the team of the week. Billy Bull as well. Nobody from the opposing side of Southampton, of course, because they lost 4-1. And with any other deals going through, Theo Hernandez goes to Barcelona. Great signing for them. I think that's because they couldn't get Sutherland over the line. They've gone for the next best thing. Quick look at the biggest 3 transfers out of this, and we'll do a proper look at the deadline day and everything in August. The end of August transfer window. Next episode. So the biggest deal so far is actually from us for Zakaria Peters. 47.6 million, and Jackson Barlow involved in that swap deal as well. Alberto Malera going from Liverpool to Juventus for 97.5 million, and then Gonzalo Inacio going from Leipzig to Atletico for 96 million. Those are the biggest 3. I wonder if we're involved in any more. Santos did go through to Roma in the end, but I think we did better getting Young, because he was a year younger when we signed him. Now 21, but he was at 20 when we signed him. And he's already got an assist on his Premier League debut. So I'm happy with how we've done, and I'm happy with what we're doing as well. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, that will end a first episode of Season 9. We've got to be on for the treble. You can see it right there. Win the league, win the cup, win the cup. I think we can do it. I just need to be able to have my own ability to do it. Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up. And I will see you very, very soon for episode 2, where we get into the proper season and we'll see what we've got to do in the Champions League. Take care and peace.